Just that the Tinkerer seems he seems very like they say that um I'm going to be rough with the numbers here, but something like 70% of the people in a society just kind of go whichever way the wind is blowing,
Hmm.
and roughly 15% are trying to move in the good direction, and another 15% are just being selfish, roughly like that.
Hmm.
And you see this guy Watt as like he really doesn't care. He's there,
Yeah.
he's drinking with his friends, he's having a good time, he's singing songs. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna pay me a bunch of money to beat somebody up? I'm good at beating people up. Like, look at me, look what I can do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll find this guy. He can't be that big of a deal."
Yeah.
And then when he's beaten, he's like, "Oh, well, okay, I guess I'm with you guys now." And he just sort of sways with wherever the sort of power source is in the moment. Um, so it could be a symbolic kind of example of Robin Hood sort of winning over the common man who isn't invested in either way. He's not, Robin Hood hasn't given him money the way he has like the orphans and whatever else it was that I was reading earlier, the
Mm.
women without husbands and whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, this guy's
and
kind of middle class, kind of skilled artisan. Like he's not one of those.
exactly, exactly. So he has no dog in the fight as far as like he's not super rich, so he's not getting robbed, and he's not super poor, so he's not getting the charity from Robin Hood's good deeds. So just sort of a middle ground kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that brings into the class, I think is I keep focusing on this story as like class in terms of leadership, but also just more gradients in between the top and the bottom. And I thought, this story was a little bit of like an illustration. So I pay attention to Robin Hood not just as the sort of the leader who steps in or the trickster figure, some type of leading character who steps in when the legitimate leader is not present, but also just as leader in general, some type of leadership person. And I feel like, yeah, like with both the Tinker and Little John, Robin Hood shows himself to be very, very brave, capable, not only with his fighting, but even with his words and with his trickery. And he tries to do it's almost as if he tries to do everything he can to not fight the Tinker, to vanquish him without even fighting, much less bloodshed. But finally it gets to that, and then it's almost like the Tinker is able to beat him, so the Tinker does not have to feel like Robin Hood is superior in every way. So to me there's almost like a politicking going on where the leader does not want to inspire, you want to inspire awe is maybe too much, but sometimes anyway, but at least real respect and fear. A little fear is a part of that. So Robin Hood is very, very capable, but yeah, people still have a feeling of their own bravery, power, agency with Robin Hood because it's like they beat his ass too. So like he's not like this godlike figure.
Yeah, yeah, it humanizes him. Yeah, that's so good. That's such a good point about leadership as like not being, not having there be no fear of him being like, yes, I am competent, I am strong, I'm capable of, I'm smart, I'm capable of being a leader, but I am not twice better than you. I can't beat you at everything. You have your own authority, you have your own power, you have your own like energy that you can bring that I need, that I
Yeah,
need. And it,
yeah,
it creates a like a positive echo chamber of people supporting each other as opposed to just like either cowering them through fear,
yeah, yeah,
buying them just with money,
yeah,
or being kind of godlike and
yeah,
and then they lose their initiative, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in terms of